Ayo, today's the day. It's CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. It's been a long 6 months or so of college football, and today is the penultimate game between the Georgia Bulldogs, the reigning national champions, not the defending, because they're still going to be the 2021 national champions no matter what, versus the TCU Horned Frogs. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. My partner in crime is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Cody, how you doing?
I'm good, Sean. Feeling spicy going into tonight's game.
I told you guys this before we even started. I haven't lost a bet since January 3rd. So the heater is like on fire. The heater is concerning me. I feel very concerned for my family. I think that the heater actually might burn down my house. I am that hot. Very excited for tonight's game. Very excited for, college football. Even if this is a 40-point win by Georgia, even if TCU wins in a miraculous, final field goal or whatever, this is exciting. I'm so thrilled for, what's going to happen tonight to finish off this fantastic, fun season.
Yeah, you got to savor what's left of football, because after this game, we have NFL playoffs, and that's going to last in a month. So, you got to savor the flavor, because once football is over, then, I guess we got March Madness, we got college basketball. We'll at least still have that. But then, I know we're baseball guys, but I hate gambling on baseball. So I savor these last weeks of fun betting, because So
I agree. What we've been thrilled with is just the craziness, and we could just look at TCU's season, specifically, the second half comebacks, the ridiculous nature of all that, determining whether they're going to win or lose against Baylor, and them kicking a, fire drill field goal at the end of the regulation to win that one. Us trying to figure out if TCU and Texas is going to go to 70 plus, and it's a 17-10 game. And Georgia too, it was kind of that balance of, will they kill teams or will they not? And they really never destroyed teams, but it's been such a fun year. Georgia really hasn't been tested this entire year. Nothing really close outside of the Ohio State game, which came down to the last play. Hey, shout out to Ryan Herrera. Mizzou made it a 4-point game as well. But do you think that Georgia's in danger here? Can Georgia actually lose this game, or, the team that already won the title last year, can they repeat?
I would say, and I don't know if this is like a bland response, but I would say the longer that TCU hangs around, the more belief that they're going to have. So I think Georgia covers and blows them out if they just jump on them early and don't let up. I think whoever wins the first half wins this game. I can't see TCU making a comeback down more than a touchdown. I can see if TCU jumps out early, I can see Georgia coming back and then still proceeding to win by multiple touchdowns. But that would depend on if it's early. But tonight's game, I understand, TCU, they're I don't want to say they're the Cinderella story, but they're basically the Cinderella story. No one
26-1 before the year to win the Big 12.
Yeah,
not even the national championship. There's their division, their conference.
Right. So, I don't know. Maybe they can hang around if that defense plays like it did against a team like Texas. And, but I don't know. As great as that game was against Michigan, their defense wasn't great against Michigan. And, that leaves me wondering, how will their defense perform against Georgia now? And so, that I lean Georgia minus 13 just because they're just easier to trust. But man, I don't blame people for wanting to root for the underdog here. It's the national championship.
Exactly. And that's what sports are fun, when the least expected happens. If you do want to take TCU, you could put $5 down. And if TCU wins tonight, that $5 turns into $22.50 350. And if you are a new customer of DraftKings Sportsbook, make sure you're downloading that app today. We love college football because of the fans, the tradition, the glory. There's nothing more thrilling than college football. And it all comes down to tonight, the national championship game happening on Monday, 6:35 start time. My go-to betting is DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook. If you do like Georgia, like Cody does, and like I do, you can get them on the spread right now at -13. Again, if you feel brave enough to go with TCU, you can get that at plus 350 or 3.5 to 1. And then also for the over-under, it's at 63. And new customers can bet just $5 on college football and get $200 in free bets instantly, win or lose. So we've been recommending, if you are a new customer, just put $5 on TCU. Doesn't matter if they win or lose. And if they win, hey, you get an extra 22, but you're also going to get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, everyone can combine multiple bets for a bigger payout with DraftKings same game parlays. Cody's got one for you coming up for this game. I got a Bulls one coming up for you as well. But download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code CHGO. Put all of our picks in your bet slip and win some money. New customers can bet just $5 on college football and get $200 in free bets instantly. That's code CHGO, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Cody, let's get into the picks. Come on, let's get into all of them. Let's start rattling off. I have a couple. I'm real excited to talk about this game. You got a same game parlay. We told people that they can get the bigger payout here. So let's get the juiced money. All right. Not even like plus 100. I want to see some bigger numbers. So what's the same game parlay for TCU Georgia tonight?
Well, so my same game parlay is at plus 280, so it's not super juiced. But if you use that 50% profit boost, then that'll boost it up to over plus 300. So
there you go.
Stetson Bennett over 254.5 passing. I think the regular line at -110 is around 278, 279, something like that. And then I have him on the over. I have Brock Bowers anytime touchdown, which is at -170 if you take it as a single bet, and over 59.5 yards receiving, which is just like a regular bet. And then I brought the spread down to Georgia -6.5 because I think they win by a touchdown. At least. That one's just kind of like a throw in to just boost it up a little bit more. So nothing crazy. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you plus 1,000 odds right now.
No, it works. Hey, if people could turn $10 into $30, I think they're happy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take that, and again, I'm gonna take Georgia -13. I did use my 50% profit boost on Georgia -13, so it went from -110 or 105 to plus 180.
Nice.
I put $20 on it, so $20 to win whatever the number is. You know what I mean? So let's go Dogs.
Well, and look at Cody just kind of flexing that he got the 50% profit boost. I only got the 25% profit boost. I haven't used mine just yet. There's also a 33% profit boost for passing markets. So let's look at some of my picks here. I do like your pick. I do like the Brock Bowers anytime touchdown because he's also run in 3 this year. So you'd be real pissed if he gets a rushing touchdown and not a receiving touchdown. So I'm glad you took any time there for Brock Bowers. I'm going to go Stetson Bennett under 1.5 passing touchdowns. I do know that you had 250 plus for his passing yards. I'm just not sure. I do think Georgia's going to win this game. So I feel like if they go up, I'm not sure if they're going to throw a ton. Stetson has obviously thrown for 2+ touchdowns in I think the last 3 games against Georgia Tech, LSU, and Ohio State. If it plays out anything like the Ohio State game, he's obviously going to go over that. But I didn't really see a lean that I liked, but I did want to take something with that boost. So I'm boosting Stetson Bennett under 1.5 passing touchdowns from about plus 180 to about plus 212 with that 33% profit boost. So I do like that for Stetson tonight. And mainly I like under because I think he's going to run one in. Stetson ran one in against Ohio State. He ran one in against Mississippi State, who also runs a 3-3-5 defense, just like TCU does as well. A little similar, a little different as well. But he's also got 8 touchdowns this year on the ground. So I think at plus 170, that's a fantastic value for Stetson. I think him anytime touchdown scorer is actually minus money. So the fact that you can get it over on a rushing touchdown, hey, if Stetson Bennett catches a fucking touchdown pass, I'll eat that bet. I'm not really predicting a Nick Foles one here. But then I'm going along the lines with you, Cody, but I love plus money. Minus 13 wasn't enough for me. I think Georgia wins this game. I think they win by 19-24, and you get that at plus 550 at DraftKings Sportsbook. So I do like those bets tonight. I'm just not sure. I got $5 more to put out there, and I'm not sure where to go. I'm not sure whether to go the touchdown market. So I'm not sure whether to go the prop market. I think I'm going to go first touchdown scorer. And Jordan Hudson of the TCU Horned Frogs has gotten a lot of more reps later on in the season. Past games in November, he had a catch against Texas Tech, had a catch against Texas, 2 touchdowns versus ISU. And then in the Michigan game, he had 2 receptions for 34 yards. First touchdown scorer, he is the last one possible. It's either him or Amani Bailey of TCU. You can get him to score the first touchdown of this game at 75-1. But, Cody, when you use the boost that I have, you can get that at 93 plus 93-1. So $5 wins you $473. It's possible, and honestly, I think I might just take the shot just because why not? If it hits and I don't take it, just imagine how pissed off I'll be. So I might take Jordan Hudson of TCU to score the first touchdown tonight.
Well, as someone who put something on a Lions player to score the first touchdown last night at plus 4,200, I understand. So, yeah, no, I love betting the first touchdown score. It's just the wins are far and in between. So, I am interested to find out where you found the Stetson Bennett under 1.5 touchdown or passing touchdowns, because on DraftKings right now it's at 2.5. So unless you place that bet early.
Yeah, so I got that bet. So I don't know if I brought it up on the pod, but I put a $10 limit on my betting each day. I regret it. Don't do it. If you are going to do it, put it at 20 so you can make like 2 bets a day. Like I screwed myself and like started betting at like 6 p.m. So my clock didn't restart until 6. So I couldn't take advantage of any good markets. So I've been kind of pre-placing bets, and yeah, I got Stetson under 1.5. So I would like the under 2.5 too. It's at minus 205, at least with my 33% profit boost. Let me take it off the first touchdown scorer one. You could boost that up to minus 167. Not great odds right there, but
I'm jealous.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm jealous. I wish I could have got it at 1.5 because I'm going to use my 33% profit boost on Max Duggan on the over just because I feel like TCU is going to be down and they're going to have to score. Well, not obviously they're going to have to score, but I just think they're going to be passing the ball a lot. And if he throws 2 touchdowns, I still think there's a chance that Georgia wins by 14. But yeah, I'm like at minus 205. I ain't going to use the 33% profit boost there. So I was just interested where you got that. So no, good on you for getting it early.
Just early.
Far better.
Hey, we love it. Hopefully he goes under. I mean, they like to throw it, and they've been throwing it a little bit more recently as of late. I think I'm hoping that they go up early and then sit on it and start running the ball. And then just looking at more of the touchdown markets, and then we can wrap this up and go some of the Bulls picks as well, because we have Bulls Celtics tonight to talk about. I'm looking at the 2 touchdown or more scorer props. Kendre Miller, who's about 50-50 to play tonight for TCU, their starting running back, to score 2 or more touchdowns at plus 350. Amari DiMercato, the backup to Kendre Miller, also at plus 350. Your guy Brock Bowers at plus 350. Kenny McIntosh, the running back for Georgia, at plus 350. Juwan Edwards, also of Georgia, running back, at 55 or 5.5 to 1. Ladd McConkey, 6 to 1 to score 2 or more touchdowns. Quentin Johnson of TCU, 6 to 1. A.D. Mitchell, 7 to 1 to score 2 touchdowns. Max Duggan, 8 to 1. Stetson Bennett, 10 to 1. You got any favorites here to score 2 or more touchdowns tonight?
I feel like Duggan could do it because I could see him running. He's ran
my
some
man.
And again, if TCU is going to be in this game, like it's going to be because of him. There's like he's going to have a great game for them to be in this game. So, if you lean TCU, unlike me and Sean, like maybe that's the play. But even I could still see Georgia winning with him having a great game because I don't know if TCU is going to be able to stop Georgia. I just feel like I'm talking myself here into the over. Like I think there could be a ton of points here. in this game. The over-under is 63.5. You know, it's the national championship. Like, I understand if anyone who wants to bet the over because they just want to see a good game. I can see the over hitting just because Georgia is going to put up, I don't know, 45 and TCU still puts up 20. You know what I mean? Like, I could absolutely see that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not betting on the total, but that I lean over. But yeah, I mean, Max Duggan, he's good. Like, he's a big part of that offense, right? And so I think that if he does anything, or if TCU's in this game, like, he's gonna have a big part of it, running and throwing. So
Right, and hopefully more on that running side because again, I bet on the running touchdowns, so hopefully he's not throwing it. If Stetson has like 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 throwing touchdown, I'll be real happy as a better.
yeah,
I do disagree with you on the over here.
okay,
I would take the under. The numbers, all the advanced numbers and everything says that the projected total should be 43. So right now,
really,
basically, there's a 20% difference between the projected total and the current sportsbook total. So if anything, I would take under 63. I'm just not sure if TCU will score. I mean, Georgia, this is easily the best defense that they have ever faced. And these are the best athletes that they've ever faced. Michigan has good athletes, but still, Georgia is top 3 consistently in recruiting. So I do think that this is going to be the most difficult matchup for TCU. So I don't know if a lot of points are going to be scored. So I would even do alt total under 58 at plus 155. Also, if you want to boost that up, you can probably get that around 200 or so. So
I wonder why
I
it's
would
like
look under. What?
I wonder why, like, because these sports books, they know things that we don't know. Like, I wonder
Mm-hmm.
why they put the total at that with such a big discrepancy compared to what the advanced stats say.
I'm assuming just because TCU's so explosive, you look at Georgia on first and second downs, and they're actually like pretty bad. I think they're like 127th in the nation on first and second downs. So maybe the thought process is that Quentin Johnson or Jordan Miller or Jordan Hudson can beat the defense at some points and get a deep touchdown. So I think it's just the idea that Georgia's going to put up about 38, and that's really where this lies. Like, if you think Georgia's going to put up over 38 because that's what their current team totals over, then yeah, it's probably going to go over. But I just think Georgia's going to sit on this. Like, I think Georgia might go up 17-3 at halftime, and this game might finish around 28-3 or 28-10. Like, I think this might be. If we're thinking that Georgia can win by 19-24 or whatever, I do think that this could be an ugly one where TCU is just struggling to score because their guys can't get open and Max Duggan's consistently pressured. Like, that's why I don't like any Duggan rushing totals, because I do think he'll be running a lot, but also in college football, you get sacked, that goes against your rushing yards. So I'm not taking any rushing yards here. I'm staying away from Max Duggan rushing yards because I think he'll get sacked and hit a lot just because Jalen Carter won't be feeling as bad as he did last time. I think Georgia will be able to get the pressure up the middle and off the edges. And I think TCU is screwed just because Quentin Johnson and all these great wide receivers and weapons won't be able to get open. So I don't know. I don't really know where to bet TCU on this game, and I don't really know where to bet these touchdown prop scorers. I just really only have faith in Stetson Bennett tonight.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens tonight. But those are our best bets for the national championship game. And if you do have any best bets, let us know in the comments as well. Let's go to tonight's matchup between the Bulls and the Celtics. Last Bulls game we talked about. You were right. You said the Bulls could beat the Nets. Mm-hmm. Should people be taking the Bulls to win tonight? Plus 300.
Well, they won 3 in a row. They beat Utah on Saturday as an underdog. They were a home underdog to Utah. And now they go on the road to face Boston, who they've beat twice. And as I said, whenever we talked about them playing the Nets, the Bulls are good against good teams. I looked at the injury report. I don't understand 8.5. I don't understand the 8.5. Other than the fact that Celtics have lost the first 2 against the Bulls, so they're going to come out very motivated. And I mean, they're like 28-12. They're one of the best teams in the East, right? They're at home, so like you expect them to play better at home than they did at the United Center. But 8.5 is a lot of points for a team that, first off, is playing well right now. They've won 3 in a row. They've played well over the last couple weeks. I mean, the only bad losses they had were against Cleveland, where Donovan Mitchell went off on them, and they lost by 1 point at the United Center a few days before. Other than that, they've played pretty well over the last couple weeks. So, like, I don't know. 8.5 seems like a lot to me. So I'm taking the Bulls plus 8.5. Maybe sprinkle on the money line just for fun. It's tough to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times in a row. So, I think the Bulls hang around tonight. I don't think I don't think there's a blowout coming the way they're playing right now.
No, I'm with you 100%. I don't understand this line at all. The Bulls have been, pretty competitive against the Celtics this year. It's not like the Bulls have struggled against any of these better teams, and the Bulls have consistently gone up and done well against these upper echelon teams in the Eastern Conference. And you see, what they did against Boston earlier in October. They won 120-102. Then at Boston, they lost by 4, 123-119, and then they won 127-107. So I don't really understand. The Bulls have won 2 of these 3 matchups. I'm taking the Bulls.
They played 3 times. I thought they only played twice. My bad.
No, they played 3 times. November 21st, Friday, November 4th, and then October 24th. And here's my same game parlay for tonight. I did screw up. I did have a boost. So this should actually be around like plus 400, but I just made it too fast. Didn't add my boost. But DeMar DeRozan to score over 30 plus points. He's scored 40 against Boston before. They're a very bad mid-range defending team. Where does DeMar make his money? Mid-range. I think DeMar will easily score over 30. And Nikola Vucevic against the Celtics has dominated the boards. If there was a line for Vooch 20 plus boards, I might take it. 23, 14, and 12 in the 3 games against Boston. Rebounding, I think DeMar to score 30 plus and Vooch to go over 10.5 boards at plus 370 is a fantastic Bulls bet tonight. If you want to be brave and even throw the Bulls money line into that, it gets up to 11-1. So I think those are my bets tonight for Bulls Celtics, and I think it has a fair chance of hitting.
I have a same game parlay as well. I do like yours, though. And I will say that in my same game parlay, I also have Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. All right. I'm also adding Zach LaVine over 24.5 points. He's had 30 plus over the last 2 games. He's just outside of that game where he scored 13 points and lost me a parlay. He's been very good. He's been very good. He seems to be getting healthy. He's driving the basket more. He's doing a lot more. He's been playing so much better over the last, honestly, since the game against the Timberwolves where they gave up 150 points and there was like the whole fight in the locker room or whatever. So I like him over 24.5. Derek White under 9.5 points. He's not played good against the Bulls in the 3 games. I think he's averaging like 5 points against the Bulls, and I got under 9.5 at plus 110 in this same game parlay. And then over 32.5 for Jason Tatum because he is Jason freaking Tatum. And as good as this Bulls team has played, they still give up a ton of points. And Jason Tatum's played well against the Bulls this year. So, it comes out to plus 1,200. If you use that stepped up same game parlay boost, it moves it up to plus 1,500. $5 wins you, just a little over $70. So, we're taking a swing at it again. I'm gonna win one of these damn parlays, Sean, on the Bulls. I'm gonna win. Hey,
fingers crossed for you, my man. JT in his games against the Bulls this year, 26, 36, and 28. And you mentioned LaVine, his last 11 games, averaging about 27 a game on 52% shooting from the field, 50% from 3 on about 7.5 attempts per game, and 86 from the line. So he's been real efficient. So it'll be an interesting one tonight, and make sure you are tuning in to our CHGO Sports YouTube channel for the Bulls pre and post game tonight. Actually, I think there's just a post game tonight. They got After Dark at 6:30, and then you'll have the Bulls post game with Matt Peck, Big Dave, and Will the Goat Gottlieb.
I'm gonna have the national championship on this TV over here, and I'm gonna have the Bulls game on this TV right here. So
I will probably be national championship ESPN box score for the Bulls. I don't know if I need to watch it. I think I'm just gonna savor the college football and just phone watch my my NBA bets tonight. But Cody, I think we did a great job covering the national championship game. I think we did a great job covering the Bulls Celtics. If you guys want to ask us any more questions, reach out to Cody on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can reach out to me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. We'll be with you tomorrow. No, tomorrow I think is we're not doing Big Ten After Dark because we got that thing going on. Wednesday will be our next show at 3 p.m.
I forgot about the thing. Yeah.
Hey, we got the thing. So, hey, I'll see you at the thing tomorrow, my man.
I'll see you at the thing too. Yeah.
I'll see you at the thing. Make sure you follow Cody on Twitter again at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you everyone for watching. Best of luck on your bets tonight. And thank you to Stephen Nicholas for producing the show. We will talk to you on Wednesday at 3 p.m. when we are in fact millionaires.